Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 4, Indifference, in which a very major character's watch is ended, at least for now. Maybe we'll find it again. I don't know.
I was wondering if we're going to see her again, or if when we'll see her again, she'll be a shambling
I'm more interested in seeing the watch again, actually. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Yes. That's obviously the big event, is we lose Carol, who's been around for basically forever, since the very early part of Season 1.
We've also lost Brett.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we should mention that. Oh, by the way, John Iadarola, Kim Horcher of Nerd Alert. Brett is not here, actually. And because he didn't tell us that he wasn't going to be here, I think we're going to have to banish him from the group. Perhaps he could join up with a different group and not tell them what he did.
You didn't ask me before you made that decision, much like Rick did.
I know. You need to take strong leadership, okay? You can't flinch in the face of these harsh decisions. So we can certainly start off with the Carol stuff. That was the big event of the episode.
I was not expecting her to be let go so quickly.
Yeah.
Rick finally stepped up and did something.
He did step up, I suppose, although he did show, he seemed so indifferent to the entire thing through the course of the episode. Like, she had to keep bringing it up, which leads me to believe that despite how hard she tries to portray herself as, it must have actually been bothering her. Because why would she keep saying, well, I killed 2 people, why doesn't that affect you? I think she wanted someone to tell her what she did was wrong.
I think she's having a hard time mitigating her humanity, which is, I think they all have different opinions on what it means to be strong and what they need to hold on to and what they need to let go, which was a big theme in this episode.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get to that.
Glad it was heavy-handed. I didn't need my literature degree at all. And, well, to her, she had let go a lot of her compassion in lieu of other compassion directed elsewhere to the children. And I do think she did feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
She knows what she did was wrong, even though she's saying, you know, you can be a farmer, but you can't just be a farmer. You've got to do things.
You got to murder people who count on you. Yeah, so you bring up the kids, and I think that that might actually be a little bit more evidence of what I was saying about how she portrays herself as super hard. She's like this season's Carl, is that she tells the girl early on in their little talk,
don't call me mom.
Don't call me mom. Just don't do it. Super cold to her. This girl's like dying of the flu. She tells her that. But then later on, when they meet the hippie couple, she's like, oh, I have a kid. So I think that's interesting.
But she wouldn't say her name. She referred to her as a, what was it, a film strip in someone else's life? A slideshow. A slideshow.
Oh, I thought she was referring to the psychopathic blonde.
I think she was referring to Sophia.
Do you think she was?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's possible.
It had been a while since she'd said her name. And I think I was right last week when I said we were referring to when they said, oh, what's a parent who's lost their child? That's the most tragic thing. I think that heavily affects everything Carol does. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, well, actually, this is the big part we're on. So why don't we do this? Let's get a little post-apocalyptic zombie Supreme Court going on.
Okay.
You are Rick, and you have found out that Carol has brutally murdered 2 people, burned their bodies when they were still alive, and we didn't know that they were going to die or be a threat to the group. And you're out there. Do you banish her from the group? And if so, do you do it the way he did?
I'm not as crazy as Rick.
You think he's crazy?
He's had emotional problems for sure.
Yeah.
And he's kind of mitigating them now. He's doing better than he was doing. Carol she's one of the strongest members of the group, though. She's too important to lose. I think I would have told the council before I did anything.
So it should have been democratic.
That's the way he had said it should be before. I don't know why he suddenly changed his tune.
That is a good point. Well, I mean, we can sort of speculate on why he did. Is it possible that he thought the group wouldn't have banished?
Well, he did say Tyreese will kill you, so maybe he did it to protect her.
Maybe. And it kind of brings up the season 2 when they had the guy from the Bandit group, and they were debating for, I think, 12 episodes whether or not they should get rid of him or not. And we saw that they couldn't agree. And so maybe he was trying to avoid a repeat of that.
I thought you were saying they were listening to audience feedback and that they hated that.
Maybe.
And that just do it.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, so I think that I don't know that I agree with it. Like, I do like that he was sort of protecting her from Tyreese. Most unconvincing argument ever made on a TV show is, I can handle Tyreese.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
I don't care what weapon you have, you can't handle Tyreese. He will brutally murder you like the Vine Walker.
Did you see him go crazy that one time? No one can handle Tyreese.
Just on this episode, he hit that woman in the face how many times?
You have to let go, Tyreese.
Exactly. Everybody has to let go eventually.
Oh, it was so.
So we generally agree with it
at all.
But in terms of the Rick decision,
I don't think he should have done it that way. That's why it caught me so off guard.
Yeah.
It went opposed to my internal logic.
I thought there was a possibility that once he said you have to go, that she would turn on him. Try to kill him, go back to the group, say that he had died to walkers.
I don't think Carol's that crazy.
Yeah, I mean, she isn't just doing what she does to protect herself. She's doing it because she believes it's the right thing to do. It is going to be a different group without her. I mean, we're running out of original people. Like, they've been killing
Carol's not an original person.
Well, she's from very early on.
Yeah,
I mean, that
but
first camp.
the last original person besides Rick and Carl, I think, is Glenn.
Yeah, he did meet Glenn a little bit earlier than her. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Marl's dead. Okay, so we had obviously the banishing of Carol. That was a big part of it. We had the other group going out for supplies, which they eventually got, and whiskey, it seems. So I'm sure you're in favor of that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not in favor of putting the group into danger for a bottle of alcohol. And then
I didn't see it as so much
really
putting the group into danger as he was willing to die himself for it.
No, because he put Darryl and Michonne and Tyreese in danger, and then ergo put the whole group in danger for his addiction. I think another thing that theme in this episode was not just letting go, but being hurt by the thing that nourishes us. Like, he clearly had the alcoholism.
Yeah.
Tyreese needed to let go of
the rage
from Karen's death, because at first, you know, that did nourish him with love, but then it turned into searing rage. And then we had Michonne letting go of the governor, and that fruitless attempt,
which I don't think will last.
Well, he'll probably be back.
I assume so. I wish that he wouldn't, but he probably will be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so they each have had to sort of let go of things, and obviously Rick let go of Carol. So let's say hypothetically you are in the zombie apocalypse. What do you think that you would have to let go of, Kim?
Nothing. I am
Nothing would hold
perfect.
you back?
I am great at everything. I have a sword.
You do?
I do.
Do you think you could use it as effectively as Michonne?
No, but I would not run out of bullets.
That's
so
true.
That's great.
I do find it questionable that has she sharpened that sword? Have we ever seen her sharpening it? I think we might have once.
No, but...
And they should really invest in more katanas, because that really seems like the zombie killing weapon of choice.
It is. It's the best one. I feel like when people shoot like at close range, it's like, you idiot! Don't waste the bullets. Let Michonne do it.
Well, not just the bullets, but also Sookie. That's the guy's name, Bob Sookie, right? Or Stookie.
Stookie.
The medic, yeah. He shot one of the walkers after the Vine incident.
Yes.
I was like, you totally didn't need to shoot them.
You didn't need to do that.
Apparently, no noise in that area mattered, I guess. I think for me personally, and this has come up with some of the characters, the fact that you have to rely on people and be in such close proximity to them, like obviously there's a huge difference in this world between being alone and being with people. In one, you're in great danger, and the other, you're still in great danger, but you have a chance. I think that would be hard for me, to have to rely on people in that way. I think I'd have to let go of that at some point.
You have to. Well,
exactly.
It's a double-edged sword, because getting too emotionally attached to people makes you it makes you soft or angry, and that makes you weak, as Michonne explained. So
exactly.
It's something you have to mediate, and it's not something that everyone's doing a good job at mediating.
So one thing we talked about the supply run that they went on. What I liked about people are characterizing this episode as literally The Talking Dead. It was mostly long conversations.
It was an emotional episode,
as
opposed to
some of the earlier
killing.
ones.
Yeah.
But there was the incident in the veterinary college, and what I liked about it is that now, because some of the walkers have the disease, they've become super effective at killing walkers, but now they can't just kill the walkers. They have to run from them. I'm assuming next season you'll have walkers that are on fire. I think that'll be an
They've got
exciting
the fire
change.
disease!
Exactly. They're burning! So that was good, because it's, for me, when I saw them coming through the door, I was like, just turn around and kill them. You can kill 20 of those. But I like that that's not an option anymore. I wonder if that will just be from here on out, or if they'll eventually go back to the zombies don't have the disease. I don't know.
I think eventually, like we said before, they're going to leave the prison, and they have to go back to killing. Otherwise, it's a soap opera with occasional zombies.
I think that I think it's always going to vacillate episode to episode between those two things. We also we skipped over, there was the hippie couple that they came across.
Oh yeah.
What did you think about that?
We're cool. We have fruit.
Fruit. Here's some delicious fruit. Here, let me just roll it against this zombie's
directly
corpse.
into the putrid blood.
Exactly. I did not trust them right off the bat.
I knew they would be dead right off the bat.
Okay, so we have different evaluations. But like, I loved, he kept his gun on them for so long, and if it was me, how do you not shoot? I mean, they could pull a gun out from behind the door or something. They're hippies, but hippies can be dangerous too.
In different ways.
I mean, the rednecks in the bar back in season 2 were pretty dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we saw that the girl died horrifically. I don't know how she lost her foot, but
well, you know,
it was already injured.
Yeah.
So do you think that the guy is dead?
Probably. I was just waiting for him to pick his watch off of a corpse, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, it was a nice watch. I disagree. I think he's alive, and the reason I think that is because Rick didn't just say that we'll take you back to where we are. He said we're at the prison 8 miles up the road. I don't think he would have given him directions if he wasn't going to eventually use them.
Be like, hey man, I still got fruit.
Yeah, he's going to show up and be the most useless member of the group. And how did they survive for as long as they did? Come on. A year?
Well, there was a walker in the house too. I mean,
Well, they were in the greenhouse, and then they eventually, when they went in the house, they got locked in by the walker. But they couldn't even kill one walker. I don't think that they would have survived.
Well, that was another thing to demonstrate, you know. Carol wanted to let them go, and Rick wanted to, you know, keep them safe.
And she was willing to heal them, but then let them go.
Yeah.
And I thought that she was going to kill them. When she put them on the table.
She kind of killed them.
Yeah, I guess.
With decisions.
They would have died anyway.
They would have.
So final thing before we go, we saw the preview for the next episode.
What was that?
It seems like, so the next episode is called Internment, and we saw him telling the people to stay in their cells, and it seems like they don't want to anymore. I'm not super looking forward to this episode because it looks like it's going to be all in the prison, and I would like to see them move on the radio message that they were getting, and I don't think that that's coming, and maybe a couple episodes from now. What do you think?
I want them, well, they were listening, I don't know if that was the soundtrack, but I was like, turn on the radio while you're driving, you have to decipher the message.
Exactly. Yeah, he was brooding, I guess. And we will brood over all of the unmentioned points from this episode. Feel free to go into the comments, let us know what you would have to let go of in the post-apocalyptic zombie hellscape. And also, do you agree with Rick's decision to banish unilaterally Carol from the group? And finally, do you think that she's going to show up in the future?
Oh, and will she be alive?
Will she be alive? We'll find out in a future episode of The Walking Dead, and we will talk about it in a future episode of these reviews. See you next week, guys.